What is up, Marvel Spider-Man Maximum Venom fans? We finally have a big, huge update on the next episode of the series because the fourth episode of Season 3 will be coming this month in just a few weeks. And this is some super exciting news because now we actually know what the episode is about, and there's an actual teaser trailer out there. So that is fantastic. But before I get into all of that, I would just like to mention that if you have not yet checked out my breakdowns for the recent shorts from Marvel HQ of Planet Venom and the Secret History of Venom, then go check those out, please. I'd really appreciate it. I'll leave the links down in the description below if you have not seen them yet. But now, without further ado, let's jump into this episode. So, if you watched my Planet Venom video, then you already know a little bit about this episode. You know that it's called Spider-Man Unmasked, and you know that it's coming August 15th, 16th, 17th. It's one of those days. I keep getting confused, but whatever day there is Sunday. So that's when we're getting Spider-Man Unmasked. But now we have an official synopsis for the episode. And it doesn't really give us that much information, but it does give us something to go off of that we can theorize about. So, here it is. After Spider-Man's friend is turned back into the rampaging Rhino by Swarm, Spidey is forced to battle for his life in the Underground Monster League contest. Alright, and then it also mentions Yvette Nicole Brown guest stars as head administrator. Alright, interesting. So what can we take away from that? Well, we know that Rhino is coming back, and that's exciting because he's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I don't really like how he's been portrayed on this show, but I'm willing to give him another shot. Still don't really care for his design, and his just overall look, but you know, it's alright. Then we are also getting the debut of Swarm, another classic Spider-Man villain in this episode, so that is also exciting. But I find it interesting how Spider-Man is going to have to battle for his life in the Underground Monster League contest, and how we have the head administrator. And I'm guessing, and I'm just assuming that the head administrator is like the person doing the competition and like in charge of everything. So that's what I'm thinking there. But when I first read this and it said Underground Monster League contest, I automatically thought of Mole Man, like the Fantastic Four villain. So I don't know if we'll actually be seeing him here, but it would definitely be making a lot of sense because that's his whole thing. He's a guy that lives underground with all these monsters, and you know, it just makes sense. So I don't think we'll see him, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this contest because it opens up so many opportunities here to see different underground monsters. Like, we already know we're seeing Rhino. We may see like the lizard or some kind of symbiote, or just like generic creatures like a man spider, or I don't even know. But we're going to be seeing some kind of monsters here in this episode, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So let me know down in the comments below, what creatures and monsters do you think we will be seeing taking part in this competition? But now that we have gone over the synopsis, and that's pretty much all that I've found here so far, but we'll get more updates, like a specific synopsis for each part of the episode, and then also we'll probably find out more about the characters in the episode, and then also we'll get some promo images later down the line, probably in a couple weeks. But for now, we do also have a teaser trailer, as I mentioned, and this is coming from the Marvel Spider-Man YouTube channel, so I'll leave the link to this teaser down in the description below so you can check that out for yourself. But let's go ahead and break down the teaser. Because we start off with Spider-Man, he is running across the side of the walls, which just looks really cool. I'd love to be able to do that, but also that'd be kind of scary, because, I mean, just climbing up a wall is scary enough, but then running on the side of it, like, wow. But then we also have, obviously Miles knows that Peter is Spider-Man, but Gwen and Anya don't. So in this teaser, we definitely see that Gwen is getting a bit suspicious, like, where's Peter? And then we also see that actually the Tinkerer is also going to appear in this episode as well. So it's nice to be seeing some more villains in here other than just Venom. And the Tinkerer isn't really that cool of a villain, but like I said, it's just cool to be getting some variety in here when it comes to its villains. And then we also have Anya here as Spider-Girl, and she is fighting some kind of man-spider creature, which is something I mentioned earlier, could be one of the creatures. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be like a person turned into a creature, or if it's just a random creature that lives down there in the tunnels. And when I first saw this, I was thinking that maybe this was actually Spider-Man that got turned into this creature, but because in the comics and even in the original 90s Spider-Man series, that was a big storyline where Spider-Man got turned into an actual man spider, and he became a spider creature just like this. So I got super excited at first, thinking that, they're doing the man Spider-Man storyline here. But no, they're not, because as you can see down in the very bottom of the screen, I'll try to zoom in there, we can see that Spider-Man is down there ducking for cover. So that's not Spider-Man, unfortunately. Would have been cool to see, but unfortunately that's not the case. And then we do have a blurry shot of Rhino here as well. He looks better than he did in past episodes, but still not great. I'm not a big fan of the hair, but other than that, he looks pretty good. Looks very Rhino-ish, I guess. And then at the very end of the trailer, Peter basically just reveals himself as Spider-Man. And obviously Miles and Max already knew. But now Anya and Gwen finally know, and I mean, it's about time. Like, they should have known by now. But then I think one of the craziest parts about this is that when he does this, we got Kurt Connors over here in the same room. So, I mean, he's an evil dude, so this definitely can't be a good thing that he knows that Peter is Spider-Man. And this is probably going to come back to bite him in the butt, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And I assume Kurt Connors is going to be trying to bring back the symbiotes, as at the end of last episode we saw that he grabbed the Venom seed, and so he's probably going to be trying to do something with that. And now with this information, he'll probably find an easier way to do it or something. So yeah, that's definitely interesting. And then of course Miles is like, "What? I didn't know," and he's just acting like he's surprised too, even though he knew the whole entire time. And Gwen and Anya aren't at all buying it. They know he knew. But then the very ending scene of the trailer, we get to see Swarm. So this is our first look at Swarm. He looks very cool, just like he does in the comics. And if you don't know who Swarm is, he's basically, he's not really a person, more of like a creature that can control all these bugs, and he's made up of a bunch of bees, and he's got arms and he's got a head with a hood and stuff, but other than that, his whole body is just made out of bees and stuff, and he can control them, the swarm of bees, I guess. So that's pretty cool. And the next episode is coming Sunday, August 16th at 9 p.m. Alright, so that is the official time we are getting this next episode, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, I don't really have any other news today for Marvel Spider-Man Maximum Venom, but like I said, there will be some promo images, some more characters, some more plot synopsises revealed in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, thanks so much for watching. Please let me know all your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button so I can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.